Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Squat Cobbler. I'm Kelly at KELLYTHUL on Twitter and Instagram.
I am Dr. Mike at Official Pagan on everything. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, send us hate mail, buy t-shirts, get tattoos with us on there. We need other merchandise too to add to the t-shirts, I think.
Yep.
Build our merchandise empire.
Yes.
Yeah. Squat cobbers, slap bracelets.
there you go. That's what the world's been waiting for. We'll get right on that.
Don't do it on your junk. It's experience talking.
Okay. On an unrelated note, does that sound like I don't know. So, Mike, do you realize? Last year, right around Valentine's Day, you and I did a show about National Owners Day, or NOD, for AtGames. Do you remember that?
Yes, NOD is not a great initialism for your day of excitement.
NOD.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah. No, it really isn't.
Yeah, of all the acronyms out there, that's not it.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe in the Thomas Covenant thing, I don't know. There could be a novel or something, some sci-fi novel that would be good, but it's just not good. Anyway, we did a show on that. It was pretty good. Got pretty good viewership. Mike got ordered his AtGames Mini Legends Mini at that point in time. I ordered a controller. Many months passed. I have now my controller. It's a good controller for the price I paid for it. It does actually connect wirelessly to the core, which is awesome. Mike, status on your Legends Mini?
Oh, it's right here. Let me get out of the way.
Yeah. So it is still September? No, this is
September.
Is this the month that you're supposed to hear? Is it next month?
It's fall. Was what I was told. Yep, fall.
Okay.
And that's just so that I can officially order, give them all of the money.
Yeah, in 8 days or you're dead. 8 days or you never ordered anything.
Yeah, to give them all of the money for it, and then there was no date on when it might ship or anything like that. Just this is when I'm allowed to give them the rest of the money.
Yeah. Nice
in fall.
So that shared experience between the two maybe is the reason why they just had another National Owners Day over the Labor Day weekend, but we didn't do a show about it because we're embittered on different levels for some things. But it's still a great idea. They ran some specials. They are definitely pinball crazy. I'm assuming that must be because they're getting a lot of good traction on that with the folks that either have the pinball machine or playing it other ways and enjoy doing that, because there's a huge number of really good quality digital tables available, different packs that are available. And so they were running a bunch of those on sale. There were some accessories were on sale. Legends Pinball, it was a wave of a sale. It was like $50 off. So it was a little bit, but not enough to really, not a deep price cut on that. And kind of during this whole time, I eventually got an email that said, as a AtGames Legends Ultimate 1.0 owner, which is what I am, that for my loyalty, they were giving me 3 months of free Arcadenet.
Oh, nice.
Which was, that's pretty cool. And so I went in, and in the past you would go to the site or in an email and you would get the code and you'd enter the code on the site and it would become available. You would get your access kind of kicked back in. Well, they've introduced a new concept called My Digital Locker. And so now what's happening is for things like when you're buying digital assets, like subscriptions to Arcadenet, or I'm going to assume other downloads rather than in the past where some of that was done through a website and you were doing some things, they're now all able to be done through the Legends Ultimate itself. So you can kind of go in there, you can go to it, it'll have your Arcadenet subscription and those types of things there. So it was a new firmware in one of the new firmware releases that this came out, very recent one. So it does actually look like a better distribution model. I think it just simplifies things for you a little bit as an owner. However, as I went to get my 3 free months, they're like, well, yeah, you're going to get 3 free months, but we're going to require that for you to activate this code, that you also sign up for either 1 month or 6 months more with your credit card. But we're not going to charge you, until your free time runs out. And, oh, by the way, standard cancellation rules apply. So I don't know what those are yet, but I'm going to guess I don't get off with zero money paid when everything's said and done. So I'm going to dig in a little bit more. We'll give an update in a future show what I find out. But I have a very strong hunch that by me, and now they got my credit card, so I think it's they're poised to kind of say, well, we figured you wanted to renew, and so away they run. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. But my 3 free months have activated. No charges have been made. As I get closer to the end of those 3 free months, I'm willing to pay for a month of Arcadenet. That's no big deal. I just don't want to see an auto renewal kind of thing come out of it. If this is their little hook to do that. And I also want to find out what their cancellation policy is, because I have a hunch if I said I was going to do it and then I say I've changed my mind and I'm canceling it, I'm either going to lose my remaining free time or there's like, well, there's a $10 restocking fee for the digital access, and they'll ding me. So not to me. I mean, I love the concept of National Owners Day. I thought in around Valentine's Day of this year, they did a very nice job in offering some good discounts and some things. They've had a little trouble, like a lot of folks have, in terms of meeting product with orders and all that. This one wasn't as strong, in my opinion. And then there was also a raffle or sweepstakes of some sort that they were limiting it to anyone who actually bought something during the time was going to be entered. And there were some folks in the Facebook groups kind of grousing about, well, that's not even legal. You can't do that. You can't require a purchase to do that. And I'm unclear of such legal requirements or not, but there were some people grousing about that. So the National Owner Day wasn't the soft, warm hug that probably AtGames wanted. I'm a little irritated. I love the idea of this My Digital Locker. I think if you're going to give me a loyalty reward, you don't kind of then hamstring me back to say, yeah, but put your money down on a month you're going to pay for your free stuff. I don't find that a great deal.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think that's a reasonable complaint. You know what else a reasonable complaint would be? Where's my stuff at games?
That's even a better complaint because I mean, think of all the Legends related content we'd be able to knock out if you actually had your mini, but
right. My non-existent Legends mini. And I'm going to say also too, just to piggyback on that, their customer service is complete garbage. And that's not because everybody knows I have a bunch of Arcade 1-Up cabinets. That's not a picking and choosing. Arcade 1-Up's customer service, equally terrible. But they do at least get back to you and pretend they're doing stuff. AtGames has never once responded to an email from me. Never.
Yeah, I mean, and I've heard that and seen that a lot. I mean, we talked about it on a past show. I had some issues with mine initially where actually my video went out very early kind of in the process. And again, the 90-day, I think, might even have been 30-day. It's here. That's how many days it was. It's a tight warranty period for the Legends. I was underneath that. I did actually get basically all my communications through that process were, next day or the day after. But this is way before pandemic stuff hit. But even then, I heard some folks that had less. I had very good experience in my one, let's get this thing back up and running, and it's under warranty. So I didn't have anything to pay. They mailed me the part, I put it back in, mailed them the old part, and away we went. And it's been running like a champ ever since. But it does seem like that's the exception rather than the rule in terms of customer support with AtGames. So we'll see. I may have a learning experience as we explore further this 1 month of Arcadenet that I have no intention yeah. no intention of paying for. If I can help it, it's like, when you say you give me three months free, I'm going to take you up on that. And if you're going to say we'll give you 4 months for the price of one, then I can, if I decide to do that, you can do that. But otherwise, don't tell me 3 free months. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little misleading. Wording it as, buy 1 month, get 3 free is a lot more honest
yep.
than what it sounds like the way it's being portrayed as. And again, I just want to stress that, I'm not picking sides between Arcade 1UP and AtGames. Both terrible customer service, but at least Arcade 1UP would email me back and be like, we're working on it. It took like 3 months to get a real answer, but at least I got it. We're working on it. Like they pretended. Yeah. There was like that half step of effort that AtGames just can't be bothered with at this point. Look at my Mini.
There you go. If you're on the Titanic going down, at least the folks at Arcade 1UP will give you a wave. Yeah. AtGames,
like, yeah, we're working on it, bud.
Hang in there. You'll be fine.
AtGames took the first lifeboat.
That's right. Indeed, they did. All right. Well, we just wanted to get together to talk a little bit about that. I do think check out the AtGames folks in the Legends Network. If you haven't checked out that digital locker, I think that's going to be a really nice addition. And like I said, it wasn't mind-blowing deals, but they're going to, I think, do National Owners Day a couple times a year, kind of going out from here. So next one that starts to roll around, we'll start to eyeball it and see. But my hunch is if Mike hasn't received his Mini by then, we won't be doing a show. I think that's a perfectly reasonable response.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, like I'm never going to buy anything from AtGames again if I don't get this Mini.
Yeah, I get you, but hopefully we'll see. So
I hope I get it because I'm really counting on it now. We're doing some rearranging down here, and I'm changing the layout of the arcade room, so we will be able to put the skee balling in there before we have to do any serious remodeling, because the remodeling is going to get pushed off so that we can do some work outside that I want to get done. So I'm going to be able to fit the skee ball lane in there. So I'm really counting on the Mini because I'm only going to probably get one other arcade cabinet in there for the time being. And that's going to be the arcade for probably the next couple years. So I'm really counting on that to make my layout work.
Yep, that seems fair. And, we've talked about a Kickstarter for a live Las Vegas strip show for Mike and I. That still may be a thing. Maybe the other Kickstarter. When
Kelly says strip show, he means
Las Vegas strip show. Yeah, on the Las Vegas Strip. Yeah, I realized that pausing was poor on that. My bad. But we may also start a Kickstarter for Mike because part of his outdoor work is a underground soundproof, lightly ventilated bunker with double locked doors to hold stuff. So we may want to all contribute to that. So all right, anything else for this week? You want to plug your bunker anymore?
What'd you say?
You want to plug your bunker anymore? Sounds like a good t-shirt.
I just want to say I think the Vegas show would be great. Of course, we could get our friend Ryan, who's the singer of a band called the Rust Belt. They're great, no bias. You should definitely go listen to them. Our friend Ryan lives in Vegas, so obviously we could get him involved in those shows. I think it'd be a good time. You guys definitely want to see it, so contribute to that Kickstarter.
Yep, we'll get working on it right away. Thanks for watching, folks.
Thanks, everybody.